This is the Barracuda Mail Box Bomber. You're watching the Wrestling N.R.D. Broadcast.
You're watching DCTV. Now here's your host, the voice, Dave Canning. It's you, it's me, it's DCTV. It's you, it's me, it's DCTV. Let's start the show.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is you, it is me, it is N.R.D. I don't know which way I'm pointing because today on episode 26, for the first time ever, we have not just the three nerds, but we have two special guests. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, because just a few weeks ago, news broke that another Pro Wrestling Tee staffer would be immortalized in Micro Brawler form. And that staff member was a former guest of this show, the Barracuda Mail Box Bomber, and our guest tonight, Mr. Frank Spahic. Frank, thank you so much for being on our show this evening.
Thanks for having me, guys. Thanks for having me back. Love it.
Yes. And of course, so this was a limited 150, right? 150 in-store exclusive, right?
Sure.
Yep. 150 in-store exclusive brawlers were made of Frank, and it was Chicago only. So people are scrambling, trying to find out who they have living around in the Chicago area. It was a madhouse on the brawler group and the VIP group. And so it came to it that Frank, which these brawlers all benefited charity for animal shelter in Chicago. And so he took the number one of 150 and decided to auction it off. And that brawler went for a too sweet $420 to the man who was out of the brawler game, but is back in the game because we pulled him back in. And he is our other guest of honor this evening, Mr. Dougie 420 Noneya. Dougie, thank you.
What's up?
Thank you for coming back. Back, two-time guest, back on the same episode. History being made. It's incredible.
It's an honor, man. It's good to be back.
It is great to have you both back. So Frank, we'll start with you. We know a little bit about the process because we talked to you privately, but just let everyone who doesn't know, how did the process of you becoming a Micro Brawler come about? Who approached? Did you approach Ryan or Stank, or did they surprise you? What happened with that?
They surprised me. I would never approach Ryan or Stank to do anything like that for me. I knew of staff brawlers coming, but I didn't know who was going to be and if I was going to be one or whoever else was still going to be one. I still don't know that, so don't ask me that question. But I was honored. I walked in on, I think, a casual Friday and around noon, my usual time, and I was walking around doing my checking in with everybody. Walked over there, and I was just sitting there shit with Stank. Or it was a Thursday actually, so shooting shit with Stank and Michael and Vinny and Julio and all the guys. And Ryan walked up behind me and he goes, "Hey, I got something for you." And he showed me, and I was like, pretty blown away. I was just like, holy shit. I'm like, cool. I'm like, thank you very much. The only problem I had with the brawler was the socks. I've never worn socks like that in my life.
The SpongeBob socks?
Yep, and Stank something for it. I was like, I've never worn socks like that ever, but I think it needed contrast off because I always wear black socks and black shoes. And he's like, it needed contrast off the shoes because it would just be like you're wearing boots almost if we put the socks in there. And I was just like, oh, okay. And then the only other thing was when I actually opened it up and took a look at it, instead of it, I think the mailbox says mail. I would have loved for it to say boom, but I wasn't in the process of it being made, so I probably never knew that. But and then that's like the only other thing. When I opened it, I saw it, and I really wanted a bald spot to be the back of my head because I have a bald spot. Yeah, you're completely bald. I still have some here, but there's a good bald spot in the back. But I'm guessing it's from my younger years of being champion and stuff like that. So, but I was honored and I was taken back by it, and just it was cool. And I'll always be action figure / micro brawler. I don't really know what to say, what it is, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
What I think is pretty cool is all the people that always give you grief on the group page probably were like the ones that were scrambling, like, oh my God, is anyone in Chicago that could get me this brawler? So now, Dougie, we will spin the question to you. This auction takes place, and of course, we're all thinking we want in on it. And like, I think, what was the first bid? It was 75 was the opening bid.
I think so.
And I was like, okay, there's no way I'm going to get in on this at all. And then just chaos ensues. I'm watching it go back and forth. We're egging people on. You got to keep bidding. You got to keep bidding. And then it wound up at a very Matt Riddle-esque $420 final bid from Dougie.
It did. Yeah.
I just noticed Frank's not alone.
I'm never alone here. I'm never alone.
We got 2-time guests coming all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh.
I heard the voices. It sounded. I had to pop in and say hello.
Well, you know what? While we've got Berto here, episode 100 with Ryan Barkin, amazing, by the way. Just saying.
This guy was in there too for a bit.
I kept waiting to hear. I kept trying to hear laughter in the background, but so yes, if you're watching this, first of all, if you haven't subscribed to the PWT cast, go check it out. Episode 100. They are officially on the road to the countdown for Dave Bautista, and I can't wait for that. What episode number is that threatening to be?
200.
200 with Dave Bautista.
Here's to try and work it out. You know.
Hey, if you can't get Dave Bautista, you can have Dave Canning for half the price. I'm telling you right now.
Deal.
And by then we'll be celebrating your Micro Brawler.
Hopefully.
So
all right. Pop in. I'll let you guys get back to it with Frank, all right?
Thank you, Berto. Pleasure as always, sir. So yes, Dougie, we were egging you on in the auction. Now, what did you have a point where you said, I'm not going to bid anymore? Like, this is my ceiling? Or did you just say, I'm taking this regardless?
It was 420.
Yes.
200 was my ceiling.
No glass ceiling in Iowa, folks. No glass ceilings in Iowa.
I just seen it just kind of going slow. It was like 80 and then 100, 110, 115, whatever it was. I'm just like, end it. $200. Here you go. It's for a good cause. Here's $200. And then someone outbid me like right away. I'm like, are you serious? We're going there? All right. It's for a good cause. So I'm good with that. I love animals. I've got a husky. I got 2 cats. You know, I love my animals more than I love my wife. So when it came to supporting animals, I'm all for that. So I was good with dropping a damn car payment on a Frank Brawler.
It's one of 150 as far as I'm aware, with the you know, some people have said that X-Pac has gone for 500 somewhere, but as far as I'm aware, it is the highest selling brawler that I'm ever aware of until Dougie's X-Pac brawler for $2,000 sells on Mercari. So
hopefully it don't, because I don't have it no more.
Well, if it does, you can choose any 3 Funko Pops in the back there, or a Hulk Hogan signed Funko Pop, because we know he's got
that one ain't going nowhere.
So, yeah. So, I mean, what is the name of the animal shelter we supported, Frank?
It was called Orphans of the Storm.
Okay.
So the funny thing is, the Brawlers never made it online. And then I bought them all off Ryan, and I was like, I'm gonna make more money as much as I can, and I made quite a sum, and I was pretty shocked. And then I'm gonna be giving them half of what I did, which is pretty good, and then I'm gonna do it to 3 other charities as well. Same for cats and dogs and stuff like that. Just like, I went out with my wife. My wife, she loves animals, and she looked up a couple, like, you know, like more mom and pop ones. Because this one that I'm doing it for it's like, they're kind of major. It's not like Paws in Chicago, you know, that's like huge, but they're pretty well established as well. So I'm doing 3 other ones. You know, I went to Petco, like one lady's whatever it was called. It's like Barb's Cat Rescue or some shit like that. And I was just like, you know what? She needs food for like kittens and stuff like that and all those people. So I just went to PetSmart with my wife and I, just bought like $1,000 worth of animal food, like cat food for them, kittens and, stuff she needed. And then we drove there on, what was it? I think yesterday. Yeah. Yesterday we drove over there and we, dropped it off. The lady was like crying and I'm just like, oh, and I gave her a Micro Brawler and I was just like, hey, like, this is what did it. I'm like, I wouldn't be able to give you guys this. It wasn't, for this little guy. So I wrote one out to them. I'm going to write one out to Orphans of the Storm, so give them their own brawler, whatever they choose to do with it. If they choose to make it public or anything like that, I'll make sure to post it in the Micro Brawler group and stuff like that about the donation and stuff like that. Ryan told me not to tell the amount that I raised. So he's just like, you always keep that, silent, since it was, an amount that was that high, which I never thought I was going to get. It was pretty crazy for me.
I think the fact that it was a charity that was benefiting from all of this made it a lot easier on the rest of us who don't live anywhere near Chicago or clearly don't have friends in Chicago. But,
right.
So, you had people from all over the place coming to Chicago for the grand reopening. You even had Commissioner Harold the Puppet there. That's how big of a deal this was.
Yeah, I know. I'm sad that I missed them because it came in Saturday and I was just like, I didn't get there till like 11 o'clock or something like that, 11:30. And I was just like, and then I think it was Jared Myers, I'm thinking.
Yep.
And he even gave extra on top of it. And I was just like, I'm just like, I'm grateful. I was like, so sorry I wasn't there. Next time you're in, let me know and I'll make sure to come see you. I'll even bring Ryan with, so even more clout for that.
And he's bringing Bark and not Crossley, folks. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's the big deal about bringing Crossley with you?
I don't want to scare them. I want more of their money, but
people are afraid of the OWO. It's okay. We're a little notorious. Okay.
No worries.
So Dougie, so obviously you spent $420 on this brawler. I don't know why that number's so funny to me. Is this
how we got to the 420?
Sure, let's go for it. How did we get to this?
So
point?
Someone dropped 316 as a bet, and it was Austin 316. I'm like, do I need to break out RVD and hit you with the 5-star frog splash? They say go for it. Didn't think I'd go for it. I went for it. They didn't get up after the frog splash.
But somebody threatened. He threatened to Rey Mysterio 619. And I'm just thinking, like,
yeah. I'm
like, what other wrestling numbers can we break out of here?
Bottom one. I was thinking 619 was the last one, but we could have done a 911 from ECW.
Yeah.
Is there 1,000?
No.
I should have just gone like, we're gonna keep it 100 with Conan. 1, 2, 3 kid, put my bid out there, and then I'm out entirely.
So the funny thing is, Dougie went 420, which I was literally taking a shit.
Yeah.
And pictures from me, like, I was like, holy shit, 316, and then Dougie put 420. And I was, well, this guy's fucking crazy. And I was just, I'm like, just let it be. So literally, I was like, I don't think anyone was going to go over that for real. So the people that were behind him, I went to them. Sorry, Dougie. And I was like, listen, I'm like, don't go over, Dougie. 420 is good. I'm like, I'm just gonna, you guys just give me whatever your top was, and I'll send you a brawler. And those, like, the one guy that you're going back and forth with, he did I think $316. And then another guy behind was like 150. He did 150. So I don't think I was kind of just getting as much money as I could for these brawlers before. And I was just like, yeah, I'm like, let's just let Dougie have this one. And I was like, he couldn't beat Stank in the taco eating contest. So I was like,
oh, come on.
Something. So I gave him the number brawler basically. it was great. I mean, I was shocked, and it's still. I know everything was for charity. No one's gonna pay for a fucking Barracuda Mail Box Bomber $420, right? So I'm just like, I was just like, I mean, yeah, just the people that did it and the amounts that I was getting, it was great, and that was just pretty good. It was just awesome to see.
I mean, episode next year on Cinco de Mayo, I'll go out. Dougie, you come with me. We're gonna go to Chicago. We're gonna have a taco eating contest on Cinco de Mayo. I don't know what day Cinco de Mayo lands on, but boss, I need Cinco de Mayo off. That's the 5th of May for those of you who don't speak Spanish fluently like I do. Senor.
Make it here on a Thursday. Just come for Taco Thursday, and we'll just pretend it's Cinco de Mayo, even if it doesn't say. And you guys can eat as many tacos as you want, and they'll be on me. I'll buy as many as you guys want. No worries. If Ryan wants to come, Dave, Dougie, everybody, no problem.
Are they tiny tacos or are they like full portion tacos?
The ones we hear, the ones that we eat every Thursday or almost every Thursday, dude, they're double tortillas, and they're filled pretty good. The ones Dougie made, they were homemade, right, Dougie?
No, I was at a restaurant. They were just huge.
They were big. I was like, holy shit, you got a lot of shit, because we don't like, ours are just cilantro and onion, and then the steak meat, and that's it. And the 2 tortillas. This guy had like lettuce, tomato. I'm like, I looked at these things. I'm like, there's no way this fucking guy's gonna be able to. I'm like, if I could die, and we're just gonna be sitting here and be like, I think we just killed him. We just killed him for not even a real sanctioned taco.
An unsanctioned taco streetcar fight.
Sure.
I ordered 12, and the waitress was like, "What in the hell are you doing?" I was like, "It's a contest with a buddy online." And she goes, "Oh, okay."
Oh, one of these guys again.
Yeah. She came back, and 8 of them were down. She's like, "Are you good?" I'm like, "No, I'll just get a to-go box."
Man, do you have Alka-Seltzer?
I sat there on his tank. I was scared. I was scared for my clothes, and I was just like looking at him, and I'm like, bro, it took him a while. Some of those chews were really long bites and chews. I was like, Jesus, bro. I'm like, you're gonna throw up everywhere, or I don't know what's gonna happen. He went home early that day. So
oh man.
Yeah.
Hey, I got something. I'm not sure if we're gonna move off the Micro Brawlers, but or from Frank's, but all the impact it had. One story I heard from Oscar, the Micro Brawler fan group, and what viewer of the show, listener as well. He asked his mom, he's like, we have family, do we have any family in Chicago? He found a long lost, never met cousin, went to the store, bought the Micro Brawler from you, and shipped it to him. So you united family, Frank.
Oh, nice. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, like united family. You brought people who have just been chilling on this fan group for months together, and Jared and Tom meeting. This has just done so much good. This is just in a group that gets a lot of flack. This was like the most feel good moment in the last year since I joined.
Yeah.
That was the last time there was a feel good moment. I joined the group, so royalty reigns supreme.
Yeah. Just being the head troll and knowing that it was never going to go online, it really felt good. Brought a tear to my eye that I know like a lot of people, but I'm like, no one's going to have, anybody could buy one and put it online and do whatever they please after they buy it from me. But that's why I was just like, even if it's like $75, I'm just going to get them for $75. And, if you want to sell it for $300, more to you. I'm not going to, a lot of people were getting on that one guy, and I was just like, and he gave money on the side, and I was just like, hey, but you do what you want. I'm like, you found somebody to come get one. And it was weird because I knew the guy that came in. I didn't know him, but he came in, and I was just like, I knew he wasn't a Micro Brawler fan, a Micro Brawler collector, because he had it, he was a foreign guy, and it was like basically just like he called a cab company. It was like, hey, can you go there and pick up my thing, and I'm not saying anything against cabbies, but I was just like, he came in his phone and he was just holding it like this, and it had the picture of my brawler, and he was just like, he's like, I need, and I'm like, you need what? And he goes, I need one, and I was like, oh, you want a Micro Brawler? And he goes, yes, this, and he just kept fucking phone. And I was like, you want one? And he's like, yeah. Oh, he's like, yes, very, very happy. I'm like, all right. I'm like, whatever the fuck you want to say. I'm just like, so I wrote. I'm like, do you want me to write it? Is it to you? And he goes, oh no. And I was like, oh, okay. And I knew it was somebody like getting one, and I was just like, but it was funny. I was like, this guy has no idea what any shit is. And I'm just like, but more to the person to get one. I mean, you're not, you don't live in Chicago, so, and I the way it is you get one. So I mean, he got one. So and more power to him. And I don't put any flack for anybody selling them or doing anything with them and stuff like that. I just wanted to get as much money for the charity as possible, basically.
Definitely. Yeah. And like I said, I've only seen one go online. So that means, 100 in all the times I've seen Brawlers been sold, whether it be a pre-sale or a limited number, all 149 of the 150 went to people that wanted them, like at face value, which is unheard of, because people are selling like the new Jack Brawler that's been pre-ordered for like $75.
Right.
So heck, even the new Terry Funk is on eBay right now.
Right.
So,
yeah, it's like late fall for those Terry Funk.
Late fall. So like what are we thinking? Like August 3rd?
Yeah, probably. Whenever summer ends, the next day someone's gonna say, "Is it fall yet?" I guess.
Folks, fall starts September 21st. Winter starts December 21st. Spring starts March 21st. Summer starts June 21st. That's how the seasons work, at least in my 6-year-old nephew's class.
Right. Oh no, not in Florida. When spring breaks over, that means summer has started for the one guy. And I was just like, okay. The greatest thing is when people just do that stuff, it doesn't piss me off. It makes me laugh, but when they keep going with it, and then I'm literally just like, all right, I'm like, it takes only 5 clicks of a button to find your order, to find and to put a note in there that says don't ship till June to June 19th, and don't worry, and I've done it to people, and just people still complain, and they're just like, where's my Micro Brawler? Because everything gets forwarded to me. That like if Maggie gets something that I tell her is important, or she'll just forward it to me, and then I could just see, and then I'll just take care of it on my end. So still the biggest troll out there. I'm not gonna stop.
Well, that was every day is like Christmas. If you don't track things and you get the email that says you're tracking, it's like Christmas. You just open that email and get to see your toys coming.
Mm-hmm.
I don't track shit. I just let everything just pile into emails. I see tracking numbers and I forget about it after that point. I see 8 boxes on my doorstep when I get home. It's like Christmas every time.
Right. That's
and
right.
Then his wife sees those 8 boxes and he gets yelled at.
I get home for her.
It sounds like my house.
Is that how you stole her scarf?
Somehow my wife gets like notifications that we have packages coming, and I have to like say, well, I swear I ordered that 4 months ago.
That's the thing with these pre-orders. I keep forgetting. I'm like, oh man, I got a Brian Pillman coming. I got a Dynamite Kid coming.
It's like when the Macho Mans came and they were all shipped individually. It was like, oh, it's just another Macho Man, honey. Oh, another Macho Man.
Don't worry, dear. It's fine. But yeah, so my suggestion that you can put on I'm trying to find the full web address so I don't mess this up. If you go to prowrestlingtees.com/Barracuda Mail Box Bomber, you can see some shirts right now, but I think you need a new design. And it's just a picture of your brawler, but with troll hair.
Right.
Maybe a gem right in the middle. There you go. Easy to put that bald spot on. You can do like a front and back t-shirt.
Right. Oh, front and backs are the worst. I don't see them.
So guys, note that do not make back design shirts for prowrestlingtees.com/the Wrestling NRD Broadcast. That's nerd spelled NRD, where you can get this fine hat. So
wait, I said somebody. Did I send you the hat?
No, you did not send me that. I bought this hat.
Did you order one?
Yes, I ordered this.
I
I
ordered
paid for
my
it.
hat too.
One
So
of you.
Crossley has it then.
One of you I sent. No, one of you I sent the hat to. I think I sent it to Dave. Again, feel other hat. The original one.
Ooh.
The first one, because I totally
The
forgot.
prototype.
Oh, I thought I paid for this, but maybe not. I don't know.
No, you probably paid for, but the first one that ever went that we did our sample of for the picture, because we do a sample hats, and I asked Ryan who should get it, and then he said just send it to me, but then I totally forgot about it. Found it in the back of my office, like in a box, and I was like, who the fuck's hat is this? And I'm just, oh shit. And I'm like, who am I supposed to send it to? Ryan was like, hats. So I think I sent it to you, Dave, and you're gonna get an extra hat, so you could give it away or do whatever.
Christmas time has come early. Can't wait.
Yeah.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe I'll give away the prototype if we hit 1,000 subscribers. Oh, and you know what? Since speaking of 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to lay the challenge out right now. So I am going to Northeast Wrestling's WrestleFest 25 in mid-August. And Sammy Guevara is going to be there. And if you haven't watched his vlog recently, he just has an addiction of chopping people's chests at their meet and greets. So if we hit 1,000 subscribers by then so that we can monetize, that's the whole purpose of this, I will ask him to chop me for the vlog. It's that simple.
Yes,
Boom,
please.
1,000 subscribers. Chop my chest. Darby Allin did it once, broke the skin. Who knows what Sammy Guevara
Be
can
nice
do.
and callous now.
Oh
Ready.
God! Remind me to take my chain off. have that imprinted. So.
Well, shirt has to come off.
Oh no! It did with Darby Allin. We'll even throw that on the screen here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was no joke. Darby Allin may seem tiny, but that dude packs a slapping chop. So
yeah.
I wince every time I see that on TV. I'm like, ugh. But so I guess we will move to our top 3 Tuesday at this point. What I totally blanked. What's our top 3 Tuesday? Such professionalism on this show.
I don't know what.
Dougie, what did you put as our top 3? Because we went through like 6 of them.
Mine sucked, remember? Because we only had like 2 that was already made.
So did we want to do staff members we want to see made of brawlers? Is that what we agreed to?
I thought it was 2 up.
Yeah, let's
2
do
up?
that. Yeah, let's do something like that, right?
Brawlers we want to see as 2-ups. Current
Oh,
brawlers.
yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
so Dougie and Frank, do you want to go first or do you want to go last?
I'll go last. So we're doing what, 2-ups of brawlers that have already been made or ones that haven't been made?
That have been made. That we want to see as 2-ups. And pint size all-stars sadly do not count in this case. I'm sorry. So sorry, friend of the show, Jake Manning. Go check that episode out. It was a great game.
Yeah, on that note, every Monday, he's going to be doing his live show every Monday, right?
Yep, Man
So-
Scout Monday.
Yeah, this will drop on Tuesday, so you're going to miss the first episode on June 12th, but
Following week.
July 12th. Check it out, live on Facebook.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Dougie, then we'll let you go first. We'll let you go first of brawlers you want to see made into 2-ups.
Well, keeping on the 420 train, let's get that new RVD as a 2-up.
That's right. I have an RVD brawler coming too. So I
Everybody
forgot.
wanted the RVD. Everybody wanted RVD. So
I want that chase.
2-up. MJF, because it'll be better than you and you know it. And then what the hell would be a good? I think we just need to get that Swoggle 2-up, the one that's normal size.
Yeah.
But which one? There's like 5 of them.
The naked Swoggle with the podcast belt.
There you go.
I think that's my favorite one. Naked Swoggle. I've even got that as my keychain.
Nice. So Nick, we will allow you to go next with brawlers you want to see made into 2-ups.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with former Micro Brawler champion, the Macho King.
Damn, you took mine.
Also former Micro Brawler champion, Orange Cassidy. I'll go with. And then I think the only, if y'all were ever going to do another 2-up, it should be Brody Lee. I think Brody Lee is
Yeah.
a giant
be-
Brody Lee would be awesome. Just
Yep.
like sit up on a shelf or something.
Yep, I would like that. That's a great one. So Ryan, who is your top 3 Tuesday?
A couple were stolen. I was gonna stick with the way it used to be. The top seller of the year got one, so I'd say next would be Jericho. He was the top seller after Marty. So then I would have gone Orange Cassidy. Nick stole that, so I'm gonna go Bret Hart, my all-time fave, and then my number 3 of all time, Kevin Nash. Not my favorite brawler, but love Kevin Nash.
The Super Shredder or regular?
Regular.
Super sure.
I want to mix the Kevin Nash head with the Super Shredder trunks. That's my favorite combo.
There's
The
the
one of one.
That's the prototype right there. You see his hat?
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Is
not
it truly?
Yeah.
Or is it Sharpie? I always thought it was Sharpie.
No, that's nothing.
that's David Stankin's art, not Sharpie. How dare you?
Yeah.
So for my top 3, I'm going to go with let's go with Okada. Let's go with
A lot of gold.
I was gonna say I don't know if I want the gold or if I want the jacket. I feel like the color one would kill Stank. So and I don't want that. So maybe I just will go with the gold Okada. And then I'm gonna go with trying to look at my collection right now. I'm gonna go. Hangman, Adam Page. Thank you. I didn't look at my screen while you showed that, but yes, thank you. I was blanking. I was like, no, there's one I have. And then the one that we said would break pallets if they made it. It's not just a 2-up, it's a 4-up. Andre the Giant. So
Be dope.
Weigh 40 pounds.
exactly. You could kill somebody with this thing. What's he got in his hand? By God, boom.
That would be huge.
So Frank, it is your turn. You can even
All right.
say yourself if you want.
Nah, I don't want to set myself 2 up. I'm already big enough. Let's see. So you took my Andre the Giant. So I'm gonna do the original, the Young Bucks. Like I would, I think Nick Jackson. I would rather see as a 2-up than Matt Jackson.
But he's got to have the Fu Manchu he had on Dynamite. Can we do
Right.
that on Brawler?
Those are pretty. Turning Dynamite into a 70s show. That's freaking awesome.
Yes.
I would like to see Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Ooh, yes.
Like that one is one. I just like the whole headdress and all that stuff. I think it's one of the best brawlers that Stank, you know, for that. And number 3, let me see. Probably Animal, just to see like just the gear on it. And I think that would look cool, you know, the Animal one. But that's probably it. I like those. Yeah.
A 3B of mine that I'd go with, X-Pac, just to see how high the market goes. Just
But
want
we would only make one, so
Yeah.
yeah. I told Ryan, like, you need to make a micro brawler of yourself, but just one.
That's what I always said. 1 of 1. It's a shop exclusive, no pictures. If you
One-
want to see it, you have to come to the shop.
1 of 1, and let's see how much it can go for. Because I would literally probably buy it, if anything.
It'd clear 1,000.
I
And
think
that's just Dougie's bids.
I'm out.
yeah. I'm out.
Dougie, you wouldn't sell all those Funko Pops behind you for a Ryan Barkin 1 of 1 brawler. Come on. He's thinking about it. Either that or his wife's on the other side of the room like, don't you dare. Don't you dare, Douglas.
What's your
So,
favorite,
yeah.
yeah, what's your favorite Funko that you have back there?
I would probably say the one that I just got today, signed Hulk Hogan.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yellow?
very nice.
Is it signed in yellow? What color?
Yep, yellow.
It's yellow. Yeah.
Does that affect? I don't know much about like the Funko secondary value, but like, does like the color of the paint pen like affect price at all? Like what it's worth?
It
No.
can, yeah. It can, sort of. I mean, if it's more personal preference. If you get shit brown on a Hulk Hogan pop, it's not going to sell as well as the yellow paint.
Right. Yeah, or something like that.
But it doesn't. Yeah, it's not like valued at specific amounts, but it's more personal preference.
And it's more harder to sell Funko Pops with autographs on them, rarer ones. Like they do up the value, but some people are just like, I don't care about the autograph. Like Funko collectors are different than like other memorabilia collectors. They're weird. I mean, I'm a Funko collector, so I'm a weirdo too. So, but yeah, like it's different to me.
I have an autograph coming to me very soon in green paint pen, and that is of the highest paid brawler, the most money I've ever forked over for a brawler, and that is of the Barracuda Mail Box Bomber, Mr. Frank Spahic. So Frank, on behalf of all the brawler collectors that wound up getting them, thank you so much for raising all this money for a great cause. Dougie, thank you for spending so much money on a great cause as well. So do you have the sunglasses on so we can't see you still crying from like, I'm so broke?
I think it's a 420 thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a 420 thing.
It's permanent red and blue circles under my eyes now.
Yeah, no, I think it's from his wife punching him in the face. 2 black guys. It's okay.
Dougie, what we can't hear in Dougie's house is Sarah McLachlan playing softly in the background.
Right.
Is that the next guest?
What's that?
Is she the next guest?
Your wife? If your wife wants to come on the show and talk to us late at night on a Thursday evening.
Sarah McLachlan.
Oh. I mean, yes, if Sarah McLachlan would like to come on this show, absolutely. Me and her can have a jam session. If your wife wants to come on the show too, by all means. Like you could be the first couple to come on this show and be like, so what do you think of his brawlers?
Hey, that video you posted a while ago, your fig hunting day, that was cool. A lot of people liked it. It was nice to see you share that together.
Yeah, I had kind of a shitty day. I lost my my debit card and had to deal with a bunch of bank crap and all that mess. And we went out to dinner afterwards, and I was like, I was just having a bad day. I was like, let's stop at Walmart real quick. We got to get some stuff anyways. And went there. Literally the most figures I've ever seen in that store and probably any other store in the past like 2 years in one spot. I bet there was at least 60 elites on the shelf. I was mind blown. I was like, oh my God. And she was having a heyday. She was just grabbing it. It was Chase, just freaking out, having fun. I'm like, all right, that made the toy hunt a little bit more fun. So yeah, definitely cheered my day up.
Yeah, nice.
Nice to know somebody's Walmart has figures. Mine has one Mae Young, and that's it. And the whole entire wrestling.
That's the collector's edition. Grab it.
My Walmart has a bunch of Lana figures if anybody's missing out on those. So, that's literally it. Just Lana. Lana is the best. Lana's the only one.
I haven't seen Lana in a while.
Come to my Walmart. Come on over to New York. We'll hook you up. We got 20 of them. We have all the Lanas left over. So, but yeah, so that is going to do it for this episode of the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Jeez, I think I hit a 420 there. Jeez, I'm just kidding. I don't smoke anything that's bad for kids. Quit smoking dope. It's terrible. But yeah, so thank you for joining us on the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Frank, Dougie, do either of you have anything to plug?
No, I already got all your guys' money, so I'm good.
Dougie, you have your toy group or anything like that you want to plug? Yeah. People to join?
T4L Toys for Life on Facebook. Anything that you like. You like Funko Pops, you like NECA, Turtles, wrestling, everything. G.I. Joes, come show it off, do buy-sell trades. Really strict about posting for sales and watching for scams and stuff like that. So it's a pretty safe group as well. But yeah, it's a good tight community.
Awesome. So yes, join that. We'll link that below. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page and Twitter at WNRDB. Of course, you can go to ProWrestlingTees.com/The Wrestling Nerd Broadcast, and that is nerd spelled NRD, where you can get a fancy hat like the one I have in my head, the one on Nick's head, the shirt that Nick is wearing. We also have a bunch of other colors, varieties, and I think we may have passed the 24 5-item threshold. So Dougie is ferociously working as our graphic designer. The poor man's TTYD, whatever they call him on the major pod. So yes, so look out for new designs coming very soon, hopefully. Don't forget to check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/WNRDB. We just revamped all the reward tiers. So you can you're going to join our Facebook chat, You get to join us for our Zoom meetings once a month. And of course, the top tier level will enter to win a signed 8x10 from a past guest. It will not be Dougie unless somebody specifically requests a signed Dougie 8x10.
I got a beautiful signature.
I'm sure it does. But yeah, so that is going to do it. Make sure you join us on all the social medias. Give us your money on Patreon and ProWrestlingTees.com. And until next time, on behalf of myself, the King, Dave C. the Voice, the Founding Father, Mr. Nick Carpenter, the Micro Brawler Scholar, Mr. Ryan Crossley, Mr. 420 himself, Dougie Noneya, and of course, the man forever immortalized in Micro Brawler form, the Barracuda Mail Box Brawler, Mailbox Bomber. Why can't I talk tonight? I need to go to bed. Jeez Louise, pepper cheese. Good night, everyone, and God bless America. God, I had one beer. What happened to me?
Nice.